You are tuned in to the New Old Heads podcast, premiered every Thursday at noon at bringingdowntheband.com and brought to you by No Bad Ideas, Coleman Dental, Printfinity, and Team Backpack. Support the New Old Heads by visiting our Patreon at patreon.com/newoldheads.
Episode 95, the New Old Heads podcast. I am Major 7th. I make beats. I got the hard drive to prove it. You will see that smoke at Chreece this weekend. Directly in front of me with the golden chalice, golden flavored 𝗀𝗱𝗱 Lonegevity.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
Well, how's it going?
Is that thought you had a Bobby Digital shirt on. Maybe
No, I changed it.
Okay. I see what you're doing. I like that.
Yeah.
As always, fresh to death, Mr. Printfinity himself, DJ Jay Diff.
Salutations.
What's going on, man?
Chilling in the
What made you bring out the Detroit joint? That's kind of fly. Just
kind
out
of
here. That's not a Printfinity joint, is it?
Nah, it's not. It's Mitchell and Ness, but
Okay.
it's actually a shout out to Aretha Franklin, who
Word,
recently passed.
Word. Yeah, we definitely got to talk about that. Queen of Soul, for real. So yeah, you're right. We'll definitely get into that. The golden voice of Indianapolis is to my immediate left, Mr. Wavy, light-skinned girls be loving me now. He is conditioned. He still is my brother. Jay Moore is with us.
Yes, indeed. How's everybody doing?
Voila.
Good to have you as always, brother. It's no longer a guest, man.
I appreciate it.
Just new old. He's a new old head. He's fam. So it is what it is. Episode 95. Shout out to my man Red August. Always doing his elegant and classy and tasteful video camera work for us. He gives us multiple angles. Pay that man. Stop trying to not pay this dude, man. He shoots videos. He does family reunions, all that. Pay this brother, all right? Stop
Bar
trying
mitzvahs.
to. Yeah. No, we're not doing that. But he does do
I
those.
just did.
He does those.
Bot businesses.
No, man. Pay this man. Stop playing, man.
𝐀𝐁𝐎𝐿, he hold that down as well.
Yeah, he does all that. So
All that.
all that. Do you do parks?
And
Parks and
recreations.
Okay.
Shouts to Spoolz.
Yeah. Shout out to DJ Spoolz. So episode
Also, it's a shout. You know, Mitchell and Ness is in Philly, so
word.
that's another. So it's a double entendre jersey today.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Did you mean that, or you just kind of came up with that?
No, I meant it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You knew that this morning?
I did.
Okay. We see. We see you. I have nothing for 95 other than one of my favorite basketball games, which was Live 95.
Yeah.
Or I actually got one.
Let's go.
Did a little
Talk to
research. Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker Greg Lloyd.
Wow.
Yeah.
He actually was a beast.
5-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can rock with that. Any objections anywhere? Or?
No, I'm not going to object.
Okay.
We're kind
Don't
of
say.
we're kind of in the golden era of hip hop as we know it, with these like 92s, 93, 94, 95.
Yeah,
Maybe it'll get easier
cetera.
as we go down for a little bit.
Well, 95, that was okay. That was a year we got Do or Die. We got Olin Built for Cuban Links. We got Liquid Swords.
Man.
Is Liquid Swords come out in 95?
Yeah. Because that was all came out that same.
Okay, yeah.
Liquid
Cass
Swords
came
came-
out in 94. Right?
Yeah.
Bone Thugs and Harmony's first record got
Creeping on the come up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Actually, no, Dog Food came out late 94, but 95 was a good year for hip hop.
What you know about
You know what else came? Well, no, that was 96. Me Against the World
96?
came out in 96, right? Or was it?
No,
Me Against,
we got-
Me Against the World was 94. All Eyes on Me was February 14th,
There it
1996.
is.
94?
Yeah.
Damn.
What you know about
Alright.
what you know about Creeping on the come up?
I know a lot about that album.
So for the love of money is my joint. But you remember the Mo Cheese joint at the end with the solo when
Yeah.
they was just riding out. Everybody slept on that. I was on that, man.
Everybody slept on it.
Remember
Yeah.
Buddha Lovers?
Man,
That was on the next album,
Buddha
East,
Lovers was
1999 Eternal, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on that one.
1999.
That has some heat too, though.
I got that wrong because Creep on the Come Up was the EP, right?
Right.
The EP came
Yeah.
out in 94.
Yep.
Mhm.
The album came out in 95. So
I was riding to that Mo
Was it
Cheese the
95
other
or
day.
96?
My dude Nate Jeezy, shout out to
no,
my
it was
man.
95. I remember
Summer
listening to that.
95.
Yeah, I remember listening to that.
Matter of fact, D'Angelo came out that year too.
D'Angelo,
Brown Sugar.
Jodeci's,
good call.
the show, the
Yep,
after
sure
party in the
did.
hotel. All that was 95.
My dude
Yep.
Nate Jeezy said we got to get us a for what AD does. We need a stat boy that can look up that stuff for us. So he did. He said, "Yo, make sure y'all get y'all a stat boy." I said, "We got one. He's just in and out." So shout out to the homie.
Shit,
AD.
no, man.
Yeah, we see. But no, that Mo Cheese was cold. I was riding to that the other day. So yeah, I like that joint.
I can dig it.
That was a solid project. So Jay Moore, your boy is in the news again. 45.
What's his cohorts? It's a bad day.
Yep.
To be associated and have spent time around one Mr. Donald J. Trump.
So, per the Huffington Post, I pulled this up prior to us going on. It says Paul Manafort, who is President Trump's former campaign chairman, was found guilty on 8 counts, including 5 tax fraud charges that he was facing on trial. It says in addition to the guilty verdict on the 5 tax fraud charges, the jury found Manafort responsible for 2 counts of bank fraud and 1 count of failing to report foreign bank and financial accounts. So he's 69. Fama's out here facing, I believe they said up to, it's a wrap for 80 years. So it's pretty much a wrap for him. I posted a picture on my Facebook page as well of what I call Trump's starting 5. And this is just during his administration. So it has Paul Manafort, Rick Gates, it has Michael Flynn, George Papadopoulos. Always try not to laugh when this
Papa.
And then Michael Cohen.
Rest in peace to Sean Price.
Yes, rest in peace, Sean Price.
Bitch. Hey.
So those are the 5 guys that have charges through the Trump administration. So it's pretty much the clown show that we've been reporting on over the past year. And now I'm just curious to see how he responds, how he tweets around it, and tries to avoid everything that just happened. He did say he was the decision was unfortunate and that this guy's a good guy.
Of course
he
is.
always says.
Well, because he surrounds himself with the very best people.
Best.
Until
did
they're
say
indicted
best
and
of the
convicted.
best.
With honors, sir.
They're great people until they wind up getting in that courtroom.
Yeah, so
Or they oppose him.
please
yes.
don't oppose him.
Then
That's
you become a dog.
Then you become a dog.
man, Omarosa out there letting information go too low key.
Man,
Tapes out here.
everybody letting information go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming to a head.
So
We'll see
how
what
is he?
happens.
How is? I'm gonna come along. What is what is his tactic gonna be now to try to clean this one up? Just the normal insults and
It doesn't matter. He can just continue to do what he's always done.
facts.
He'll just do. He was a good guy, you know.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate
It's
that this
unfortunate.
happened, you know. Omarosa, you know, I gave her a shot.
Yeah. I gave
That's
her a shot.
that's you know, it's the same narrative for everybody that he lets go, and
Yeah,
so it's just, if you still believe in all that shit, then you're not smart.
not at all.
I
so-
second that. Jay Moore, jump in on this foolishness, man.
Or
for,
your cognitive
45.
dissonance is
with-
way too high.
I like
with
that.
Manafort, because he was a large part of his campaign effort.
Yes.
None of this stuff is going to come back to Donald Trump. So that's
Right.
but this really is just about a contradiction as far as him saying, "Oh, I have the best people around me."
Yes.
Clearly, you don't, because you have people around you who are going to jail.
Right.
Now with Cohen,
That's
this
the
is
part.
where it gets a little bit more complicated, because
Yes.
this is where we're talking about the Stormy Daniels. This was his fixer, if you will. You know, the guy that would go out and do his wet work and make sure that everything was on point, so nothing comes back to him.
For the record, Trump was on record saying he had no recollection of anything involving her.
No,
Is that
this was
true?
all fake news.
Okay.
What was
that's
that
I
guy on House of Cards that fixed everything for Kevin Spacey?
Oh gosh.
He's that guy,
That's
Yeah.
who he is.
Yeah.
kinda. But
Yeah,
Fair
no,
enough. Go ahead-
exactly.
go ahead, Jake Moore.
Exactly. And so, you know, this is where it's going to get complicated, because he's already pled out. Now, I don't know exactly what he's given up so he doesn't go to jail, because at this point, you know, his whole thing is, my loyalties to the American people, not to Donald Trump.
He
And
said Trump
that's-
was aware, if I'm not mistaken, right?
We'll see, because, you know, I mean, people get under pressure, and these
Yeah,
are federal
you're right.
charges. You're talking about there were fabricated receipts and invoices
Yes, sir.
set up. So
LLCs.
yeah, so
Yep.
the money that was going to pay off porn stars did not become traceable and go back to, because we're this is campaign finance laws that have been broken. Okay,
Pussy
and this
Pocket
is
LLC.
this is not.
We see you. Bars.
This is not a small thing, and he's still using words like witch hunt.
Yeah.
Mhm. Still.
And the thing is,
That's one of his main lines.
by the time people have secured indictments,
Yeah.
plea deals, and convictions, this is not smoke and mirrors. This is not people trying to do too much to make you look bad. These are real things. This is real paper. And the thing is,
Confirmed.
this is, these are people. The thing is, like, when he gets mad at different parts of the government, it's like, look, man, they don't serve you directly. I think that's the hardest thing. He gets upset at the FBI, but he's the same person that's always talking about having respect for law enforcement. The president of the United States doesn't have any respect for law enforcement. But when he talks about law enforcement, he's talking about the police on the street who deal with black and brown communities. But when he's talking about the law enforcement that's going to come after him and his rich friends, he doesn't have any respect for them. So
Pure facts.
I'm not saying this is going to get him impeached, because once again, he would need Congress to come after him, and once again, Congress, as of now, he has a supermajority in both the House and the Senate, and until it gets to a point like it did during the Nixon administration, to where Republicans and Democrats were like, we can't have this. We have to think about the country before we think about the party, and I don't see that happening with the current makeup of the Congress now, because he's done so much foul stuff up to this point, and they're able to just hold their nose and be like, look, we're getting our tax cuts, we're getting our Supreme Court nominees. I really don't care what he does, even if it's criminal. We're not going to hold his feet to the fire for that. So
Right.
for people who are like, oh, this is it, I'm telling you right now, this is not it.
Nah.
We're still so far away from impeachment proceedings that, I hope that's not what you're getting excited about as you read all these news stories.
I don't
that's
think it's
not
going to
it.
happen, honestly,
Jump
because,
in,
I mean,
Jada.
everything that he does could qualify for impeachment, but being impeached isn't just pretty much relinquishing your
Right.
presidential term.
Just the process, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the process of it. So that doesn't mean that you're actually going to exit office. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
And I think a lot of people
It's
have
just
that
bringing
confused.
up charges of
Right.
sorts,
Richard
Yeah, the
Nixon resigned. He wasn't
Right.
impeached.
Yeah.
I think the perception is it's
Well, has
almost like
anybody?
he'll get the boot.
Nobody's been impeached,
No.
right?
No.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. So then you think about Pence is in the cut. Oh, my God.
So that's what makes me not.
Yeah.
We know about him.
Because
It's almost like you want to grin and bear it until this is over.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
just washed away like a bad dream, because Pence having that seat isn't going to make it any better.
No.
I'm curious if I know historically we haven't paid. I don't want to say we haven't paid as much. Trump brings all this because of who he is,
Yeah.
and his personality and the social media and everything. He brings everything to the forefront so that we pay attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say that with Pence we wouldn't pay as much attention. It's hard to tell, because he's like a career politician. He's more so like a Bush, or more so like a, I don't know,
I don't
Bob
think-
Dole.
I don't think
or whatever.
Pence would open. I don't think Pence would open himself up as much.
Well, see,
Because
yeah,
he
So
has
it's not going to.
experience.
Pence doesn't like to talk
that
as much.
that entertainment every day having to say something isn't going to be there.
That's a fact.
Right.
Go ahead, Lon. I'm sorry.
No, so what I'm saying is I don't know if I'm curious. I wonder. I know that Pence isn't going to do the same stuff. He's not going to make the same comments as Trump is.
Nah.
But being a social media era as we're in now, Trump is really kind of one of the first ones. Barack and him are the
Yep.
first two, and Trump is the first just completely void of tact or
Yeah.
lack of tact president. So Pence has tact to an extent that Trump doesn't. So I wonder how much of that would go under the table that people wouldn't see or wouldn't be
Yeah,
major
there's-
news.
There's
opposed-
zero preparation with Trump. Like, he'll post stuff and then take it down, edit it, correct it, and repost it. So you can tell he's coming off the cuff. It's 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's doing goofy stuff. So to your point, I don't think that would happen, but it does make you wonder what is or what would be going on as the tweets and stuff go down. So I do feel you on that.
Well,
either way, it would be like
It's
you
still-
said. You
it's-
still got to grin and bear
It's
it.
still
but-
the administration that's running it.
Facts.
right,
So,
right.
Facts.
And so, and that's the thing. But the thing with Trump is he's someone who likes to talk all the time, but
Pull
doesn't
that
like
mic a little closer,
but
brother.
doesn't
Make-
like to
there we
tell
go.
the truth.
Yes, sir.
So, you're going to get like they came out with some statistic where someone went and fact checked things he said, and he's told, at this point, thousands of lies, things that you can look up in books.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that just blows me away is that Donald Trump gets on stage or on television or whatever platform or Twitter and lies about things that we can all look up in a book.
Yep.
Yeah, with confidence.
Whether it be the statistics about unemployment, about job creation,
That's
about
the
the
thing,
GDP, they're all things that if he would take just a moment to clearly he has a phone with the internet on it because
Well,
he's on Twitter.
What he's doing is pretty much the same thing that pretty much the overall climate of what's going on out here right now. Anyway, he says something, people take it for what it is. They don't fact check it.
Yeah.
They just go with whatever he says.
Yeah.
So
as long
like
as it fits their narrative.
exactly. So like they have what's his name? Jimmy Kimmel does this all the time where he walks up to people and says something
Yeah.
to them and like just gives them a bullshit ass story
Yeah.
and they
yeah.
go with it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
It's
same
literally
thing.
that,
It's
yeah.
the exact same thing, but on another level because they're just taking whatever he says for what he's saying without actually fact checking and doing their due diligence to know what's really going on.
Right.
And to your point, at one point, Jimmy Kimmel, like his producers, they went out and asked people, which one do you prefer, the Affordable Care Act or Obamacare?
Oh yeah,
Right.
yeah, I
And
remember
you
that.
had people. There was this one woman who was like, "Oh, the Affordable Care Act," and it's like, "What's wrong with Obamacare?" And she just said, "I don't like Obama." And then like when,
And based everything off the fact that it was just Obama.
Yeah, it's
but
the
then
same thing.
when
Yeah.
the producer said the Affordable Care Act and Obamacare are the same thing, she just had this befuddled look, like, "What are you gonna do?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "That's why we
Well,
are
you got me.
in this place we are right now." Like we had a whole bunch of
I need
people.
that.
We had a whole
Put a
bunch of
pin in
people voted. They voted against Obamacare, but wonder why their health insurance premiums are going up, and they are no longer have
Right.
they no longer have protection for their pre-existing
What's
conditions.
funny is they'll blame that on Obama. Goddamn Obama.
Exactly.
My damn insurance is gone because of Obama.
And they be
I like that
they be
Obamacare.
going so
Yeah.
hard, man.
Affordable
Like
Care Act.
So hard.
You know,
uninformed,
I
man.
mean,
You ain't
they're
done
just-
nan research.
when you have dug your heels
Fake
in and
history.
you are invested in, like, it's almost like the thing is you can just date ideas. You don't have to marry them.
Oh, I need that. I need that.
You know,
I need that. Red August.
When you have new
I like that.
when you have new information introduced to you,
Good.
then it's okay to change what you think.
Bars.
You're not waffling once you find out more information. So, and I think that's what we're dealing with right now is people who are consistently introduced new information. They're like, don't care.
Give him something else, Jay Moore.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
good.
Give him something else.
Hey,
Nah,
they can front on you if they want to. That was bars. Yeah, they can front on you if they want to. I like it. That's bars.
So yeah,
I
that's
need that one. Don't hate on that man. Let him cook.
Nah, he's cooking.
Nah, I got excited. So what, man?
You got excited
yeah.
because it was new to you.
I mean, it was well done.
Virgin ears.
See, now it's version. You know, Terry be on one,
Well,
man.
I
Still
never.
my dude, though.
Yeah.
Good bars, Jay Moore. I'm with you.
All right.
Why they hating? All right, so
Nobody hating.
You see what just happened?
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't do that.
Accountability.
Shout out to Spoolz. All right, so enough about this fool, man. We get it. We know the circus.
One more thing his
Yes, sir.
dumb ass did
What's up?
because we was just talking about Aretha Franklin.
I was about to go into
Who
that. So,
passed.
yeah, good segue, brother.
So him speaking about that.
Remind me to say something about Al Sharpton too. Go
Okay,
ahead.
say something about it.
I'm talking about after you. Go ahead.
Okay, I know. But anyway, he's speaking about the passing of Aretha Franklin,
Yes.
and she worked for me, and this that. Of all things you
all-
could have said,
Yeah.
what exactly did she do for you, Trump?
Please explain. Yes.
This is the we got all kind of different names for her other than somebody that worked for Donald Trump.
She's been referred to as the Queen of Soul.
Queen of
This
Soul.
whole time.
She was
since
Riri
passed.
before Riri.
Facts.
They actually used to call her Riri.
Facts.
Yeah. What else have they called her?
Those are the two that
I mean, like,
prominent
it pretty
names
much
I
starts
know.
and ends with the Queen of Soul. I mean,
Yeah,
you can't
that's-
get too
that's
much
the
better
main
than
one.
that.
But she was the first Riri. That's true.
One of the first divas.
Yep.
Yeah.
No doubt
Because she
about
was calling folks out too. The so-called
Early.
divas. Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
her,
Did you
like,
see the video of her talking about modern singers?
Yeah. Oh
that's
yeah.
just
And then
hilarious.
like when they got to, it's like, what do you think about Taylor Swift? She's like,
she has
nice
nice
gowns.
nice gowns,
But
real
even-
nice gowns.
But even to Alicia Keys, she was like, "Well, she writes
she
Good
writes
nice
right
songs."
good
producer.
songs, good producer,
right.
good
Said nothing
songwriter.
about
Like she was
singing.
being as gracious as she possibly could be
Mhm.
without saying
when you that
that
cold,
person
She
is
said Adele
terrible.
could sing.
she
She did give her that.
When you
She
that
covered one of Adele's songs actually.
oh word,
Yeah, I don't remember what the name of that song is, but it's one of her more popular joints.
man, I saw they did an interview with Smokey Robinson. I didn't realize they knew each other that long. Like I'm talking about 4, 5, 6 years old, and they were talking about how they came up in Detroit and everything, and I didn't realize that they were that close of friends. And then also Gladys Knight came on and talked about how she and Aretha used to go to Martin Luther King's events and just sing, like whenever they would throw rallies and like have benefits and stuff like that. And they were just going through all of her history. Like I didn't even realize, I slept on the fact she was married to
Glenn
my
Turman.
man Colonel Taylor.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I didn't
either until
realize that.
recently.
Yeah. So, and then there was a People magazine interview with him, and he said he got a chance to go visit her. I think it was maybe a week and a half ago, so it was kind of on the last legs. But I never knew she was married to Colonel Taylor. So her voice to me though is
Who
always,
was he before he was Colonel Taylor? Though there's a
he was Priest. Don't do that.
okay.
Come on.
I was gonna drop the knowledge, but
Yeah,
you already okay.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
All right, you a little seasoned,
Yeah.
little
Shout out to-
Lowry's.
They did Cochise wrong, man.
Man, they
We
did
ain't gonna-
Cochise
I don't
wrong.
want to go down that road, but they did Cochise
Stone
wrong.
and Robert, man.
Stone and Robert was on some bull, low key.
Yeah,
Yeah, they came. Remember when they came into? I ain't. Gonna,
Yeah.
we ain't do that. But nah, man, Aretha's a legend, man.
definitely.
Like
Thing is,
GOAT status.
one of the things that's really great about this era, because you can pull everything up on your phone through streaming or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can go and not just go and find her like session songs,
Mhm.
the songs that she put out. She didn't even put out like things that were demos. And some of these songs are better than the stuff that, because of course there's always somebody making a decision about what music should get put out. And when you hear some of these demos and some of these B-sides, you're like, this is better than the stuff that was on the album. This
Mhm.
is, of course everyone knows, Think and Respect. And if you're in the 80s, you remember when Jumping Who's Zooming Who and Jumping Jack Flash and I Knew You Were Waiting with George Michael. But like
Yeah.
there are so many layers. There's, when you're talking about the real, literally just blues. And then, of course, they try to do, like they do with basically all black singers that era. Let's go ahead and have you sing some standards. But
Yeah.
even when she sang those standards,
Body them.
there's just an emotion and
because she was singing, she wasn't singing.
you
She
know,
was singing.
when you hear Say a Little Prayer for Me, like that could have easily been restrained. If any other singer, they were like, no, let's just bring it down a notch. No, not with Aretha. I mean, like there was
she would freestyle joint. She would get on. She would actually be in the middle of her performance and kind of just do what she wanted to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Her singers would stay in their pocket. They knew exactly how to follow pretty much what she was doing, and she would just, you know what I'm saying, do her thing.
and then came in the 90s with, A Rose Is Still a Rose and, produced allegedly by Lauryn Hill. I got to say allegedly with anything concerning Lauryn Hill.
Yeah,
at this
we
point.
had that conversation.
Yeah.
Man.
But at the same time, like here's somebody who basically never stopped working, performing, or creating content, regardless of the era.
Just recently stopped touring,
Yeah.
probably within the last year.
She always been on that road. Stopped
Mhm.
flying. I think in '80. She says, one of the interviews showed she stopped flying around '83 because I guess there was some heavy turbulence up there, and she was like, "I'm on the road from here
You
on
sound
out."
like my grandma. She literally
Yeah.
used to ride the train from California to here.
I
Because she
believe it.
was not
Ooh.
getting on the airplane.
That's a long ride.
Mm.
It is.
Yeah, that's a long ride.
So what about
Mad
this one?
stops. Yeah.
What's up?
What would be your favorite hip hop song sampling Aretha Franklin?
Miss Fat Booty,
Yeah, that's kind of hard to
I
beat.
think, or either
My
Miss Fat
Life
Booty.
by
Mine's Selfish,
my life,
probably.
My Life by yeah.
Selfish. I
Said
forgot
Selfish.
about Selfish.
My Life with Chic with I'm not Chic, but Styles P and Pharaoh Monch.
That's a good one too.
Ooh.
That is a good one.
Mobb Deep had one.
Mobb Deep did have one.
Cameron had one.
Kanye West
He
had
did.
one for School
No, I
Spirit.
don't want that one.
Yeah, he did.
I forgot about School Spirit. Selfish, man. You
It's probably Selfish. And
Selfish
Miss Fat
is
Booty.
dope.
Those probably for me. Well, I don't know. My life.
I would say maybe it's between those three. Miss Fat Booty, My Life, Selfish. Would be a top
it's
three.
something else, man. I can't. I'll think of it after the episode's over. Is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Because
But yeah,
those
Miss
all,
Fat Booty though.
yeah, all those records are dope, like undeniable. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, a newer singer named I think her name is Danny Lee or Danny Lay. She sampled that as well.
Sample what?
Sampled that same track. What's the name of the track? The
Which
original
one?
track from Miss Fat Booty.
Oh, I can't afford. pull it up. I ain't gonna say.
One step.
One step?
Yeah, I think that might be what it is.
Don't catch me lying. That might not
Hold on,
be
let
the
me look
actual
it up.
name.
I know
Yeah,
she
we're gonna
says
fact
that
check-
in
we're gonna
there.
fact check that.
But she actually sampled that as well, and she had made a post on her Instagram saying that she wanted to thank her for approving
Yeah.
the sample. That was just, I believe, earlier this year.
One step ahead.
Yeah.
And you know it's crazy when you listen, because there are certain artists who are like this, but it depends on the content of the song. Aretha would be one of those ones where, okay, I'll allow this, but there can only be so much cursing in it, or there can be no cursing at all. So like when you listen to School Spirit on Kanye's College Dropout, that's why all the curse words are flipped. That's why when you get Mos Def's album, like he only says the F word one time, but it's
Miss Fat Booty is actually a clean track.
Yeah, but he has one curse word on it on the album. It's edited on certain 12-inch versions. It's not, but on the album, I was like, wait a minute, why is this edited? But
She's
like
such
I
an
found
OG
out,
though. It's like, what you gonna say?
yeah,
Like,
you'd be like, I'm not gonna give it this track for this one curse word.
Yeah. Like she, just amazing, man. I listened to her here and there before her passing, but you know, I went back into the catalog and just pulled up stuff. She had Philharmonic stuff I had never heard. You know, just live recordings, to his point about sessions and stuff, recording for years. And there's so much just incredible songwriting, incredible music that's just out there. Like, if you ever just sit back and listen to Ain't No Way, like, to me, that's the perfect song. Vocally, everything. Like, that song is flawless to me. You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that the young lady that's in the back hitting a high note in the back, like the opera type voice, that was Whitney Houston's mom, Sissy.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's little stuff like that when you dig in and do your homework on some of the collabs that she's done and some of the people that she's worked with. But nah, man, Aretha's GOAT status, man.
You know, and there was of course there were people like, oh, who should do the tribute to Aretha Franklin come award season?
Man, it ain't nobody qualified.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I don't.
I'm
You know,
cool.
I mean,
don't
I
want
know.
to see nobody mess that up.
I know they were going to want to trot out Jennifer Hudson and Fantasia and probably
I'll
Ariana
take
Grande
Jennifer Hudson,
on a.
Oh, here we go.
I would take Jennifer. I'll
Jazzy
give her a
Bell,
shot.
Outkast, Jazzy Bell sampled Aretha Franklin.
Good call. Good call.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't take Jennifer Hudson? She got the pipes though, man.
She's a great singer. I'm not going to take anything away from her or anybody that I mentioned, but it's just like I don't want to hear anybody try to sing Aretha songs. She's just one of those people. It's
That's
just like
fair.
it's like when people try to sing Luther Vandross songs to me. I'm like,
True.
it
Never worked. It never
It
quite.
just makes me want to hear Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
doesn't
I could
make me
dig that.
say, "Oh, that was great."
I'm on a roll with Jennifer Hudson though. For me, I think if I could pick somebody that could pull it off, I would choose her.
But she's ice cold out in these streets as far as. But so they'll probably, like I said, they'll probably get Mariah and try to. Alicia
Mariah ain't
Keys
qualified.
and Ariana
She ain't
Grande.
qualified.
Like I said, they'll go out and get these singers, and I just think they need to, like, as much as people hated on what Madonna did at the MTV VMAs, which is crazy that a station that does not play music
Bruh, she
or
talked
videos.
for like 8 minutes and mentioned her like. in the
What did she
beginning.
have on? What was
Oh, well, you know,
she on? Some
I-
bohemian.
I stay out of
shit.
grown folks' business, man. I
Hey,
try to.
no, you don't.
Yeah,
I
you
try
do.
to. I try to stay out of grown folks' business, man.
You know, I feel like they should do a video retrospective and show some of her incredible concert. But, there's nothing you can do with any of these modern singers that I think is, unless Whitney was still alive and in top form. And since that's not going to happen, I just don't want to see it because they'll mess it up. And
shout out-
just
They
don't
can go
have.
get. They can go get Yolanda Adams. She's pretty good at doing it.
Yolanda
Or they
Adams
might,
is-
or they might have to get like a Patti LaBelle.
You know what? I would
I'm
only
cool with Patti, though.
I would only want her contemporaries. If you can't go get Patti LaBelle or Gladys Knight,
Yeah,
Gladys Knight is can still.
then
She's still.
yeah. I mean, they because they're for real artists. They know what they're doing out
facts. That's
you
a
know,
fact.
but
That's a fact.
as far as you going out and getting some of these new folks, just to say, I'd almost rather them just have people come out and speak on her behalf, just as long as they did better than Madonna. But I will, a lot of people are getting on Madonna, but I'll say this: that was a bad spot she was in, because it was like, wait a minute, she was already scheduled to be at the VMAs to do Video of the Year, okay, and they asked her, so the whole Aretha thing was thrown on her. The worst thing that can happen right before an award show is a legendary artist die. That's because that happened, when Mike died.
Mike, Whitney.
They pulled,
yeah,
they
'cause
pulled something together. For
Yeah,
Mike.
because when Mike died, 3 days later was the BET Awards, and like they had to completely.
They actually did good with Mike.
Yeah,
That's what I'm about to say. They
because
pulled
they
that
had to
together.
reformat an entire show that had already been blocked off. Like,
I think Jamie Foxx hosted that one too,
yeah.
right?
So
yeah.
understanding a little bit about TV production, I realized what an incredible undertaking that was to completely reformat that show.
Mm-hmm.
So there are people who criticize that. I wasn't mad at all, but for Madonna, like what are you expecting from Madonna? Like like I said, she was put in a hard spot. She didn't do the best job because it really seemed like it was about her. But it was
definitely about her.
She could have just said, without Aretha, there'd be no Madonna. Like, we're both from the Detroit area. We love you, Aretha. You blazed the trail for all women. But like, she went into this whole thing about her first producers and having to go
going to France.
It was
and
like,
coming back.
cool.
I was like, Ma,
I'm cool on all that, man. I'm cool on all that.
You messed this all up.
Yeah, I'm cool. I didn't need to hear. That wasn't the time for that. I'm cool on all that. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was, like I said, she didn't do the best job. She was put in a hard spot, but at the same time,
And shout out to CNN using Patti LaBelle picture.
no,
that
don't
was
do
Fox.
that. That was
That was
Fox.
Fox.
Oh, was it? I'm sorry, Fox.
Or was
Yeah.
it Fox?
Oh,
was
trust
Fox.
me, it was Fox.
Okay, it was a Sly Fox. Okay, my
Yeah.
apologies, CNN. But they get the fuck shit.
They're known for doing that shit.
because that's goofy. Like, anybody with common sense could look right through that and see it was faded out a little bit. I said, bro, that's Patti LaBelle, dog.
Because at first when I saw it, I was like, no, somebody, like, I understand
Great.
people like to get on Fox News, but there's no way that happened. But then someone posted the video, and I'm like, wow.
Oh, man, I'm cool on that. So, rest in peace, man. Queen of Soul, man. 76. She passed away. They are setting everything up now. I think they're gonna have a memorial service for her Wednesday in Detroit, from what I read.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure a lot of people are gonna show up for that. So, yeah, definitely lost an OG, man. One of the all-time legends. Let's pay some bills real quick. Shout out to Coleman Dental, 317-255-8546. BringingDownTheBand.com, as always, is the hub. Printfinity, support your local businesses. I can't wait till y'all see who the first artist or a person they have that they're going to sponsor for that first line. Got some dope, innovative stuff coming up. You guys will like that. Shout out to Red August as well. Team Backpack as well. We appreciate you guys as always. And yeah, Printfinity got some good stuff coming up, man. I'm telling y'all, got a real sharp guy. Let's go ahead and jump into. So let's talk about Chreece Music Festival that's going to be here in Indianapolis. Got some names coming out. Good buzz with some of the names. Got some OGs coming out as well. We will be on the the Plaza stage in Fountain Square, hosted by Bringing Down the Band as well as Decademics.
Mm-hmm. And Jay Moore.
And Jay Moore will be there
Yes.
as well, talking that talk.
He is the official host
The official
of the
host.
stage.
I like that. He will be talking that talk, talking that cash, that condition cash. We see you. So a couple of the names. So if I'm not mistaken, Razcast,
Yep.
Greg G. You
Yep.
said, how am I pronouncing my man's name?
Valet.
Valet. I mess it up every time. Shout out to Andrew Barber. And Black Moon will be there. So this
What
has.
about everybody else?
I was getting to that.
Okay.
See, man, we wouldn't. Even, I didn't.
Keep going.
I wasn't going to even do that.
Keep
man.
going. You said you're going to get to him. So.
Yeah, keep going.
Longevity will be. So Lone and I will be playing some jams on that stage as well. I got to pull the
Yeah.
actual list up. There's so many artists performing. My homie Tragic, shout out to him. Dylan Prevails. They'll
Just
be
list
doing
a few
something.
of them. Draco,
Draco
Draco,
McCoy, Flacco.
yeah,
Flacco, Ghost Gun,
Pope Adrian Bless will be in the
Pope.
building.
Who else? Orange Beanie.
Aries.
Clint Breeze.
in the
I think
Groove.
in the Groove, they'll be performing as well. If I'm not
Man
mistaken.
Dog and Diop. There's
Yes,
gonna be
sir.
a whole Circle City Battle League battle going on as well.
AG.
So yeah, tons of people. Man Dog,
I
Top Speed,
shout out to DJ Top Speed.
Metronome,
as always. Yeah.
David Peck.
Mm-hmm.
I could keep going, but
I think this is I got a feeling this one is going to be really, really good. At least I hope we are, blessed with good weather. Everything goes according to plan. We can get set up. Everything is good. The stages are good. The venues are good. No foolishness, no issues. I got a feeling this one is going to be pretty dope. At least I hope so. Do you guys have, do you feel about the same going into this one? Or do you think it might be a little bit better? Because we do have a couple, I guess, added incentives in terms of the artists that'll be there this year. I think Black Moon is dope. To me, Black Moon is dope. The Valet Kid being there as well. I think that'll help. At least I hope it will.
he's got buzz. I'll give him that.
Yeah, he does. He does.
He's
Definitely well known.
I mean, I'm not overly interested in seeing him, but
Well, I mean, yeah.
but but I'm sure that like I said, he does have buzz, and a lot of people do like him right now.
Yeah.
Seems like a cool guy.
He's pretty swell.
Yeah, I mean, but Black Moon is cool. Raz-Kaz is cool.
Yeah.
Those are names that are
Actually,
different.
I want to see what the local cats are going to do, honestly.
Me too.
I'm more so interested
That's,
in that
that's
too.
what I'm more
to be honest.
interested
Yeah,
in.
that's fair. That's fair.
Because this is our city, man.
I like that.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited just because, the fact that, it was kind of touch and go about it actually happening again, because this was originally,
That's true.
Oreo Jones's baby, and he was putting in so much work, and, it's just amazing that he was able to get this done 3 years in a row. I mean, he had help. There are volunteers. There are a lot of people on his staff, but, as far as being the point person, he was really doing a lot, so I'm just glad that, assistance this year from Jay Brookins, who has been really good about creating spaces for the culture, as well as the connections that DJ Indiana Jones has, being an industry veteran, and being in this game for well over 2 decades at this point. That they were able to bring all that together. I mean, I'm excited about Black Moon, and when I say Black Moon, it's not like the Black Moon Review. I think I've gone on to this before. It's actually Black Moon. Who got the props?
Buckshot.
Yeah. So the whole crew, DJ Evil D,
Number one DJ.
exactly. So they're actually going to be here. So
I saw him play once.
and but what I think is great is, like, okay, for people from my school of hip hop, if you will, who are excited about that. And remember Craig G from the Juice Crew and being on the Symphony, and who was a fan of Raz-Kaz from when his albums came out and they didn't get the attention they deserved.
Facts.
He always has source coverage.
Yeah,
Good call.
But to have a kid like Valet on, be like, okay,
The whole well-rounded.
we understand that, like, you just can't have stuff for our school of hip hop and for for what we like. You got to embrace it, because that's what it is. Also on the side for the locals, you got some guys who've been putting in work for a long time, but we also got some young guns who are involved.
So there's nothing to,
So
there's nothing to
that's
complain
what,
about.
yeah.
Man.
So
There's
you
nothing
can't
to
just say,
complain about.
they only did this. They
Somebody
only
will find
catered to.
something to
They
complain about.
they always will. But there's nothing to complain about here. I feel like Chreece has covered the entire spectrum of what he talked about, from A's to styles to variations to producers to rappers. Like, everything is covered on this one. So just come out and support it. Have a good time.
I
Hit
think
the
it's only
venues.
going to get better each year, honestly.
I agree.
Because, I mean, it's becoming known. There's people that I talked to last year
Mm-hmm.
that didn't know what Chreece was,
Okay.
and that are for real promoting it now. Like,
Word.
yeah, I know about Chreece.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it gets news coverage. It gets national coverage.
Right.
We talked about it a couple episodes ago that it's actually featured on, what was it?
XXL.
XXL as one of the festivals to check out
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
this summer. So I think it's only going to get bigger and better.
My dude, DJ Nate Jeezy, shout out to him. He's out in the Maryland area, DMV area. He and my guy Jackie Neal, they actually are from Indianapolis, and I was telling them about the festival, and it wasn't you guys are having a little festival. It's more like hey man, what's this I've been hearing about? So they are becoming more aware as people that were from this area. about
They
some of the
also
things that we
promoted on Shade 45 as well.
Word, yeah. So hopefully that transitions and turns into people coming out and actually enjoying themselves. I'd be curious to see what the numbers are once everything is finished.
I mean, it sells out. It's a sellout.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
sells out every year.
Dope.
Yeah,
That's dope.
I mean,
Ain't no worries about that. I don't think.
Word. That's good.
So
That's good.
I mean, at this point, I think it's just going to be a nice continuation of everything. You know, it's just it's something to look forward to in the hip hop scene around here and the culture around here every year, and it's all been positive. It's all positive. Everything's great with it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's gonna be a good time.
We're doing a special The Build on Thursday night.
Plug that.
At the Switchboard in Fountain Square, and it's the Chreece edition. So on the panel is the regular co-host Diop, Stacia, and myself. But we also have Jay Brookins on the panel, as well as excuse me, DJ Kyle Long.
Okay.
Who's got his NPR show, Cultural Manifesto, which is also something that if you're not familiar with, you should probably check that out. He's been putting in a lot of work for that for a handful of years.
Yeah, so
That's
check
love.
90.1 is the station. So
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check that out.
Yeah, so that's definitely a really cool thing. And Mariah Ivy's also on the panel, but it's open to everybody. So we're going to do our long little talk, and then we're going to break off into groups and talk about different things. So that's Thursday night at Switchboard in Fountain Square. So it's a little pre-thing for that. But yeah, 2 to 2. We're going to be in the plaza. I think we are actually going to try to set up in the plaza too and go live.
Yeah, hopefully.
Pretty much throughout the day. So if you're in the area, come say hi to us. You know, maybe I don't know. Come sign up. Come sign up and be a Patreon.
Come kick it.
Please come sign
and
up and be a
for
Patreon.
Kyle's show, I mentioned 90.1, but of course, that's if you're here locally in Indianapolis. You can always go to wfyi.org. I got used to saying that for a long time and completely forgot what the call letters were. But yeah, so it was a really great show. So
I butchered it. It isn't NPR related, right?
yes, it
Okay.
is. It is an NPR station.
I want to give since we are talking about local local stuff going on in the city, I want to shout out Joey French. He had the across the board music seminar this past weekend. I spoke on the art of sampling with my man. I make sure I remember this brother's name. He was dope. Hold on one second. I got it right here. 𝐀𝐿. Yep. And I think this was it was a good experience for me. I had not had a chance to actually speak to people who were in the like the infancy stages of production, like just getting started. It was from people that had not started to people that were looking for tips and had been producing for a couple years, to people that had placements and had done writing. So it was a very versatile group. And I really, really commend Joey and his wife for actually putting this on. And we had a chance to just really, really build with people that were local. A lot of talent, more talent that I was aware of. I got a chance to meet a lot of people and hear a lot of beats and just give out tips. I learned a lot of stuff as well.
Have you not ever been to Chreece before, Michael?
No, this is different. This wasn't Chreece. This is more intimate. This is different.
Oh, you said you weren't aware of talent.
No, I didn't know these people. These people were different. Yeah, I'd never met them before. But it was dope, man. I give him credit for that because it was local. It was here. It wasn't in LA. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't in Chicago. It wasn't in New York. It was here. And everybody was homegrown, good vibe, positive, no foolishness. Everybody registered, food. You know what I'm saying? Like they did the damn thing. So I'm
What was
proud of
somebody
him.
gonna do, like break an MP or something?
I mean, you never know. When
Kick
the
a
Remy's in the
drum.
system, ain't no telling.
Gotcha.
You know, so they did their thing, man. It was dope.
That's
It was
what's
dope.
up.
So shout out to him across the board. 2018, my man Dylan Prevails was in the building. Tragic was in the building. Jay Moore was in the building. Red August was in the building.
No, it was
Yeah.
just cool because, not only do you get to see all those talented people, but, it just wasn't about the art. There was discussions about business,
Yep.
about
Mhm.
making sure you get your publishing together, let you know about different avenues of revenue as far as doing film and TV scores, things like that, working on placements and actually
Yep.
working on your brand. So it just wasn't a bunch of guys sitting around playing beats for each other, because that's easily what it could devolve into.
No
But this was
question.
about showing you how to take your art to the next level. So once again, shout to the Frenches for holding us down over the weekend. It was a good event.
Yeah, they rotated from, there was the main room that had the art of collaboration. So you talk about working with different people and checking your egos at the door. Then they went to sampling and then rotated to engineering. So it was just constant movement throughout the course of the day. So I was very, very pleased. Hopefully we can continue that. I hope the enrollment triples for all I care, because a lot of jewels. Good advice.
That's what's up.
All right.
So let's see. There was also a show. It was Jaron Benton and is it 𝐀𝐄? Did I say that right? The producer?
I didn't hear what you said.
Jaron Benton and did I say the
𝐀𝐄.
producer's name right? 𝐀𝐄, is that right?
That's why I was waiting for you to say it again.
Yeah, 𝐀𝐄. Is that how he says it? I don't know. I didn't go to the show.
Can you
got-
read?
You guys were there.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it 𝐀𝐄? I don't know. I just copied and pasted it. So
Wow.
Yeah, 𝐀𝐄.
yeah. So it was
I
right.
I thought I said that.
Jaron Benton and 𝐀𝐄, the producer. Yeah.
I said 𝐀𝐄 5 times.
Right, and I said, yeah.
You was like, say it again?
I did not.
Huh? Say it again?
We literally record, so we know exactly what happened. But
Y'all
yeah,
were there, man. Talk about it.
you know,
Foolishness, man. Stop, man.
see what we got to deal
That's
with.
where they raised them.
Yeah, it was it was cool. Jaron Benton could
It was
rap.
progressive.
It was
My bad.
yeah,
Amazing.
it was very very progressive. Cool show. Shouts to the Hi-Fi.
Word.
Do we want to talk about that?
I think we should.
Sure. I wasn't there. You guys got it.
Let's bring up the idea of it.
Yeah.
All right. So
Young fella rapping a verse on stage.
yep.
Yeah.
Happens to be of
Caucasian.
Caucasian background.
I like that. Okay.
Artist tells him he can rap the words,
Mhm.
all the words,
including
nigga.
Wow.
Gave him the pass
Gave him a
because he's
pass.
progressive.
Mm.
That's what he said.
Mm.
Yeah.
But the
How did
fella,
this go over?
the fella actually still censored himself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kudos to him.
Props to
Good
him.
job.
Which is actually the progressive thing to do.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm just not really feeling that whole you're progressive just because you tell somebody that they can say that. Because are you going to be responsible for when they're not around you and they say it amongst the wrong group of people
That's
and
a
in
good
turn
point.
get their ass kicked?
That's a good point. I mean,
That's not very
we
progressive.
No.
Yeah. The entire crowd was white too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, the entire crowd.
Yeah, me and Mike
So-
Red August.
So Red
were the
August and
only-
Terry were the only black people
black
there,
people
and
there.
we're a part of the show. You know, they're a part of the show. Not we're, because I'm not black.
how'd
Yeah.
that go?
I'm white.
I mean, it was interesting. It was all right show.
Yeah.
I just wasn't feeling that part though.
You weren't feeling too progressive.
I'm not feeling that whole.
It was literally
progression
one of
shit.
those moments when he said that, and I kind of looked at Terry, and then we were kind of like looking around in the crowd just to see who was actually going to
Yeah.
say, you know.
Say something else.
Sounds mad awkward.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm just not that
No.
dude.
You're not that guy.
I'm not that. Nope.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
I'm
know.
just not feeling.
You don't
that.
strike me as that guy, brother. I know you well enough to know that you're not that guy.
I don't feel like that's progressive.
That might be.
if we're gonna go
that
there.
might
I
actually,
don't.
that might
you know.
actually be conservative,
Ooh.
considering the tapes that apparently Omarosa has. but
Interesting.
That's
Wow.
true. See what I did there?
It's kind
I
of
see
MAGA.
what you did
It's kind of
there.
MAGA.
Kind of MAGA.
MAGA-ish.
Yeah. I mean,
And Ross out here letting that footage go.
Hey,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
all kind of footage out here.
Yeah. She
All
had,
kinds of it. But no, it was all right show, man.
he raps.
I don't know.
He
Yeah,
can rap.
raps.
you rap.
He brought everybody
He
on
has a good
stage
time.
at the end. It
Oh,
was,
word?
Yeah.
And it was kind of I feel like too many people went on stage.
A lot of people ended up on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Whole heap of people. ended
Whole
up.
heat.
Yeah.
It was a whole lot of people.
Yeah.
Shouts to the guy that was rapping the words but didn't actually know the words.
Yeah.
What?
I was talking to Mike
You
about
know how
that.
it's always that person
Uh-huh.
like there's a song going and they just move
They
their
just in it.
mouth.
They just
Really
in
don't
it.
know the
They
bars,
move
though.
their mouth like they know the words. They might catch one word here,
Uh-huh.
or like they'll hear the word and then say the word and try
Uh-huh.
to catch up with the word.
He,
That's
You know
what
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
that
follow.
type shit.
I follow.
he didn't know him.
He didn't know.
No, he didn't
He
know
was
him.
live though.
Oh yeah, he was going live with it. It was cool. Shouts to 𝗲𝗡 Khan. He did his thing as well.
Mhm.
He'll be
Word.
at Chreece as well.
Word.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I got a question I'll pose,
Yes, sir.
which I already know the answer to, but I'm gonna pose it anyways.
Do that.
So what do you think about when we're gonna stay on the idea of the progressive movement right now, right?
Mhm.
So what do you think about white folks when they feel like they want to be extra progressive on their rap tracks, especially when they're I don't know, maybe they're from the East Side, Maybe they're off Post Road or something, or something like that.
Everybody want to be from Post Road.
How do y'all feel about that in general?
I ain't going, bruh. My whole thing is, all right, so I grew up with some white people, some white kids.
Okay.
That didn't feel the need to want to fit in that far. You know what I'm saying? There's boundaries. You know,
they knew the boundaries.
They knew the boundaries.
Okay.
And it wasn't a problem. It's weird to me when somebody's like, you get a hood pass because you grew up over here and this.
Okay. I see where you're going. Okay.
I mean, it's a slippery slope, man. I even had some friends on the South Side, some white dudes, that we call each other that. And I'd be like, look, man, I don't care what y'all say to each other.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm around, don't say it to me. And I would prefer not to hear y'all saying it to each other. I mean, y'all do y'all thing, but don't include me in that shit.
I can dig that.
Look, if you're talking about, especially in hip hop, if you will.
Oh my God.
Look, if we've never had to address Eminem saying it in one of his songs, Bubba Sparks, none of the Beastie Boys, third base, if they could somehow be able to navigate, I know that was a real weird smattering of white rappers, but it's just off the top of my head.
Right.
If they've been able to navigate this culture and not feel the need to use that word, then you have no excuse to say, oh, well, I'm part of the culture. I was like, you're not that much a part of the culture. And if you really understood and really are a part of the culture, you would know exactly what that word is and why you can't use it.
Right.
So you have to but the thing is, it bothers me when artists put it, because I understand where sometimes the conflict comes in, even though I'm not giving it a pass, to where the N-word is so much a part of the chorus or a part of the most catchy part of the song.
Right.
Even the Lil Dicky song.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you go see Lil Dicky, the whole crowd is going to be saying that shit. The Chris Brown part.
Chris Brown joint, yeah. Yep.
Everybody.
Or
he
even
kind of added it as a joke. But,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Or even when you're talking about Kendrick, man down, where you from? And then
He stopped the show.
Yeah, I remember seeing it was after one of these college teams won the national championship, the DJ throws that on, and I see this sea of white folks, and I was like, they all repeated the words to the song. Do I think they were wrong? Yes, but part of me is bothered by the fact that okay, this is the catchiest part of the song. It's part of the chorus, and they're just singing along. But the thing is, what excuse I will not buy is that they don't know.
They don't know. It's kind of like with Rusty having that spat online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
With the girl that posted a meme, pretty much with the N-word
Rusty
in it.
Redenbacher.
Mm-hmm.
And he was pretty much checking her
he's just trying to give her some
probably
game.
shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really talk like that, you shouldn't use that.
Yeah.
And she
went back and forth with him for 2 days, pretty much just saying why she should be able to use it in a meme because somebody else did, and finding other people that call themselves progressive, saying it's okay for white people to say that shit. I mean, just anybody can find something out there that's going to give you the answer you're looking for.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But if you really G for somebody or you care about somebody's feelings and they're trying to tell you why you shouldn't, then maybe you should sit back and listen and be cool with that rather than trying to pretty much use your privilege in order to do whatever the hell you want to do. And
Well, that's real.
Well, just
goes-
teaching your kids that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like when you think we're getting ahead and things are changing, it's not because you got dumbass adults that want to go back and forth
But see,
and
to
make
me-
it cool.
To me, that's mad awkward because why are you trying that hard to justify the usage of this? Why do you want to just keep going and trying to beat a dead horse when people...
Let me ask you this, Sean. Is that why a lot of white people or white kids like hip hop because it says nigga in it?
I don't think
And
so.
they think, I know.
You
but
better
I'm
be
just
very
posing that
careful
question.
how you
Speaking for
answer
white
this,
people
brother.
today.
You better be
So,
very careful,
as a
mother.
part of the white delegation.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think maybe an exclusivity. Maybe the feeling of it. I don't know. But I can't speak to kids these days. I don't know what they're. I mean, kids these days are different when I was growing up.
Man.
So it's. I mean it. I don't know. I don't think so.
Well, the fact that I think we're still
well,
having
maybe.
we're
Yeah.
still having this back and forth is about the fact that so many people listen with the intention to respond as opposed to actually
Listen.
try and understand.
That's another bar.
Like they're just waiting for just
Yep.
waiting on the person that's trying to give them some game to stop talking so they can respond, and they're not actually. You're not actually taking anything.
it's like
in.
tagging in.
I will
tag in.
I will say this, and this is why I was very interested at that show to see who was going to like actually go along with what he said.
Mhm.
I do feel like white people will sometimes kind of feel like, I bet when they say it sometimes like that, they'll feel empowered a little bit, like, oh, I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing, but I'm gonna do it anyways.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's goofy, you know,
It is.
like it's kind of, I don't know, it's silly, but I can see that. I don't know. You know, we haven't had like a mainstream popular artist that has put it in a song yet, a white person yet, but I'm pretty sure that that's coming. I'm pretty sure
I
it's
wouldn't
probably
tried.
at this
I
point. At
remember,
this point, I wouldn't doubt it.
What was Lil Debbie and them?
Oh,
Lord.
yeah.
What was it?
Yeah, this song Gucci
Creation.
Creation.
Was that?
They
Is
had
that
a-
how you pronounce it? I
Nah,
can't
Yeah.
remember.
It was the other one they used to say. that
Creation.
shit.
Is that how she
there's-
said it?
There's like there are two of them though, or were there
Yeah,
three?
and they had
It
their
was
whole
three.
their
It
whole
was-
movement was the white girl mob or whatever, and they
Yeah.
thought it was okay to just say the N word because they grew up in Oakland,
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
and
It's the same idea though.
It is.
You know, like
it is. It is.
yeah.
and where are these people now? So
Mhm.
white artists take
Yeah.
take that as a lesson.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
That's
so just so I'm clear, the answer is you guys are all progressive, which means that
they're gonna have to
you
cut us a
should
check.
not do that.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna have to cut us a check, man. We need to get a deal with them.
With who?
Progressive.
Progressive insurance.
Yeah.
Get this. We just need y'all to cover the new old heads, man. Can we get that coverage?
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
They don't want to cover you if you get in a damn accident.
Let alone 4 people on a
Cut
podcast. So. Nah, man, that stuff is weird, man.
It's just mad corny
It's a fine.
and goofy.
Yeah, I'm cool on that, man. And there are a lot of people. I think there are a lot of kids, suburban kids. They live through the artist. Like they just feel like
Right.
it's vicariously through the artist. Like, yeah, I'm a rapper now. I feel closer to the guy that sells coke and says nigga a lot in the raps. Like,
It's
you
like-
know
my
what? I
God.
will say sometimes too. A lot of those kids too. They probably don't. They probably understand that they shouldn't do it, but I bet a lot of them don't. Especially the suburban kids that aren't. They don't realize the emphasis of it.
they don't.
or the impact of it, or the
history.
history.
Oh,
It's,
the-
9 times out of 10 is foreign to them.
and so there needs to be an education.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
in that aspect.
unfortunately, it's become such a part of pop culture.
Yep.
That all they know is their favorite rapper says it, and
I
this
want to
was
say it.
this
too.
was the excuse.
Bingo.
You know, because this is a while ago, but like, oh, I hear it every week on the Dave Chappelle, and everybody just laughs and laughs, and it seems, and I love Dave Chappelle, and like,
So I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
for if you're of a certain age, unfortunately, nobody's giving you the game. All you've heard is that word used in rap songs and in comedy routines, and so unfortunately, now at the same time, this is not an excuse because if you don't have somebody around you who's going to give you the game, then that's on you. Because the thing is, you got to understand every black person in America is not a hip hop fan or sat up and studied every Dave Chappelle sketch. So if they hear you say it, then it's going to be real, and you're not ready.
for them
You're not ready for
consequences.
that kind of
Facts.
realness. So just letting you know.
Your work was kind of uncomfortable sometimes when Chappelle's show it came out.
Yeah.
You know,
It was like,
people
F your
outside
couch,
and they
and
they want to. It's like, nah, you still can't say it, bro.
yeah, don't be here
Yeah,
repeating
yeah.
jokes.
Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
don't get it
laugh,
twisted.
but nah, that's about as far as you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
straight up.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Do we we pretty much talked about. I
Yeah,
think
the
what
build
we got
Thursday night
coming
at
up.
the Switchboard in Fountain Square. Chreece is this weekend.
Yep.
There's a. Yeah, I don't know. Is
I
there
think we
anything else
covered
going on?
Jay Moore, talk that
Oh,
talk.
Reggie Bush does have Reggie Bush.
Oh, shout out to Reggie
Bishop.
Bush.
Shouts to Reggie Bishop. He's doing it. He's doing a Ade tribute at the Jazz Kitchen on Friday night.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice. That'll be dope. Jay Moore, talk that talk.
Of course, Thursday we're going to be at 𝗏𝗄𝐲 with Gabby Love and DJ Lemmy Vice. Friday got the Jackin' for Beats. It's sponsored by Jack Daniel's
Yes.
Tennessee Honey.
Word, okay.
Stop 1 is going to be at Community Spirits on 6002 East 38th Street. Stop 2, that's going to be between 8 and 10, is going to be Equality on 879 Mass Ave. So somebody's going to be able to get in the booth.
Bring your 16s.
Exactly, and we'll have a performance
Be
spot
ready.
available for you at Chreece. So
At 4 p.m. somewhere.
yeah, so basically, if you are not on the flyer and you didn't,
If you
felt-
was complaining
felt like
about
you
it,
didn't get picked, this is your opportunity to come on out, and we'll be doing this sponsored by
Dial on.
Chreece and Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey.
I play at 6:30.
Is it 6:30?
Yeah.
I think I go 7:30.
Yeah.
Come on out, here's some jams.
I'm gonna be out there in the mix this year.
I
you
like
know.
that.
Yeah.
But of course, we can celebrate all that every Tuesday night at Coach's with me and DJ Metronome.
Feel free to bring us liquor and all that shit.
Yeah,
Yep.
please.
Snacks, all that.
Snacks will be welcome.
Little Debbie's and Jolly Ranchers.
That's going to do it for episode 95. Shout out to Coleman Dental, bringing down the band.com, Team Backpack, No Bad Ideas, and Printfinity. Make sure you check out our Patreon site /New Old Heads. We need you guys to sign up. Shout out to my man Polo Wells, also producer here, Get Better. Shout out to actually the patriarch on my father's side passed away earlier this week, so rest in peace, MacArthur Chamberlain. You will be missed. I believe he was 93 years old. So yeah, it's a long, healthy life. So salute to him, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Holler.
Yeah.